Hey everyone, welcome to this deep dive on Achilles tendinopathy, sometimes also referred to as tendinitis or tendinosis or just heel pain. In this video, we're going to unpack the anatomy, the latest research, and a range of exercises to help you manage or prevent Achilles tendon issues. It's quite detailed, so feel free to use some of the timestamps to jump to the sections you need. Named after the mythological hero Achilles, the Achilles tendon is the thickest and strongest tendon in your body. During activities such as walking or running, it can handle loads of up to 8 times your body weight. The tendon connects your two main calf muscles, the gastroc and soleus, to your heel bone, the calcaneus, making it critical for everyday motion and athletic performance. According to a 2020 consensus statement, we use the term Achilles tendinopathy for persistent tendon pain and loss of function due to mechanical loading. Words like tendinitis, inflammation focus, and tendinosis, degenerative focus, are older terms that don't fully capture the condition. While some inflammatory markers might be present, research suggests that they aren't the main drivers. Instead, think of it as the tendon adapting or failing to adapt to repeated stress. Tendinopathy usually appears in two key areas: mid-portion, which is the most common, a few centimeters above the heel bone, the calcaneus, and the insertional, right where the tendon attaches to the heel. For the most part, rehab strategies overlap, but it helps to know exactly where the pain is to fine-tune your exercises or footwear choices. So why does Achilles tendinopathy happen? Well, a simplified explanation is that intensity, frequency, and the volume of tendon loading, examples of running and jumping sports, exceeds your capacity to recover. Maybe you've ramped up your mileage too fast or started an intense workout plan without a proper buildup. Lifestyle factors such as sleep, stress, and nutrition can also tip the balance. So the key is to find a Goldilocks level of loading that challenges the tendon but doesn't overwhelm it. Researchers such as Sean Docking often say, treat the donut and not the hole. And that means don't get fixated on slight abnormalities you might see on imaging. Focus instead on building up the healthy portion of the tendon, which is usually strong enough to handle a progressive rehab plan. Part of the work is understanding and monitoring the pain. Exercise and a bit of discomfort can coexist. The 0 to 10 pain scale can be really helpful. Some guidelines suggest that staying around a 1 or 2 out of 10 during exercise, as long as you don't have big flare-ups the next day, is okay. Ask yourself, was my discomfort tolerable during the session? Did my pain improve or stay the same or worsen right afterwards? How am I feeling the next morning or the next time I do activity? If it's significantly worse the next day, you want to scale back. Maybe fewer sets, fewer days per week, or less intensity. So there are two classic mistakes that people often make. The first is doing too little out of fear of pain or losing capacity over time. And the second is pushing too hard and triggering repeated flare-ups. Neither approach is good. Instead, monitor pain while progressing gradually. Rehab can take months, but consistent, slow increases in activity help rebuild tendon capacity. Remember, improvements in function might not always match a drop in pain right away. Sometimes you'll run farther at the same pain level, which is actually progress. So here's a common roadmap to rehabbing the Achilles tendon. At stage 1, you want to focus on isometrics. Why? Well, low motion holds can reduce pain and maintain some tendon load tolerance. Some examples of this can include double or single leg heel raise holds and also seated barbell heel raises. Programming can include 3 to 5 sets, 30 to 45-second holds, and rest 1 to 2 minutes in between. At stage 2, we're now adding heavy, slow resistance. Why? Because slow, controlled calf raises help build tendon strength over time. Some examples of this could be standing calf raises, double leg to single leg, seated heel raises, step variations to get more range of motion. Your program can include 2 to 3 days a week, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps, and you can add weight if tolerated. At stage 3, we're doing energy storage and release. Why? Because the Achilles needs to handle fast and explosive forces such as running or jumping and maybe even fast walking. Some examples could include hopping progressions, jump squats, single leg hops in place, forwards, backwards, or side-to-side hops. Your programming could include 2 to 3 times per week, focusing on good form and not turning this into a cardio. And at stage 4, we're now looking to return to sports. We want to safely ramp ourselves back up to our preferred activity, whatever that is. Some examples could include gradual increases in running, mileage, or intensity, sport-specific drills. Learn to incorporate partial sessions, don't go for broke right away, watch for the next day pain, and progress methodically. Here is what your weekly schedule might look like. For example, maybe on Monday you do some heavy, slow resistant and short run or gentle cardio. On Wednesday, you're looking at plyometric hopping drills before a strength session. And on Friday, we're looking at slow, resistant drills again, maybe just different variations. And if it gets too intense, reduce the sets or reps. And if you're feeling good, add a bit more weight and just a little bit or volume. One of the common questions that comes up is, do you have to stop running? Not necessarily. You may need to reduce mileage or frequency for a while, but you can make up the difference with calf strengthening or cross training. If you're really stuck in a boom-bust cycle where every run leaves you limping the next day, you might consider a short break. Maybe take up walking for a while. Walking is a part of your rehab too, because each step still loads the Achilles in a lower impact way. Some other management strategies could include massage, supportive shoes, or heel lifts can provide short-term comfort. That said, they're adjuncts, not the core of rehab. Exercise remains the star player for long-term improvement. There's also evidence that certain injections, like PRP, aren't necessarily better than placebo for Achilles heel issues. Keep it simple, low cost, and most importantly, consistent. Achilles tendinopathy can be stubborn, but it can improve with structured plans. Understand it's often about load versus capacity. Use progressive exercises to build tendon strength from isometrics to plyos. Monitor your plan and adjust if you're overdoing it. And lastly, be patient. Friends, it can take months to see big changes. Thanks so much for watching and learning about Achilles tendinopathy with me. And remember, if you've enjoyed this, comment and remember to support this channel by hitting that subscribe button and like the video. This will help the channel to grow and motivate our team to produce more free content for you. So please also remember that this is for educational purposes only. Always consult with a qualified pro if you have severe ongoing issues. Friends, take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.